Hello and welcome to another Project 1999 EverQuest guide video. This is Dalen75 Games, and I am using Sarkis, my Ixar Shaman, starting out in Freeport. This is West Freeport, where we ended off with the last guide, and need to be facing west, and I believe I am. Let's go for it. We're going to go into the
East Commonlands.
Should be a pretty short video because there's really not that much, not really that much to look over. I mean, there's it exits into four other zones, including West Freeport, and there's a few newbie places to you know, hang around for, up to probably level 10, 12, and then after that, you're basically everyone that comes here, they're here for the trades. And so a point of note. This cleric trainer, is hostile to dark elves as well. Be very wary. I hope she can't see through invisibility. I think she may be level 61. She, somebody had actually pulled her to the Nectalos forest zone line, and any dark elf that zone was getting destroyed by her, including me. It happened to me with, it may have been my dark elf cleric, I think. This was about a year ago. It's kind of funny, but keep that in mind. Even if you open the door and you're dark elf, you go in, you're exploring, she will kill you in one hit, or a few hits, depending on what level you are. As to the other places here, well, there's a shop with spell components, and which is this hut right here next to the cleric, and then there's miscellaneous weapons and throwing weapons shop right here. So these people don't like me because I'm Ixar, and I have been killing guards quite a bit, and in this zone, and a little bit in Freeport, but enough that even if I hadn't killed them, they'd probably still all be hostile to me. This is where I was killing guard. I'm not targeting. Okay, it's green now. I think it's around level 25. I'm not certain on that, but when I was around, no, I think it's closer to 30 actually. Maybe it's 28, 30. But I was pulling this one, and then you follow the path. There's another set of huts on the other end of the zone. Now, there's another guard there, but you have to be careful. The is it the sergeant or is it the captain that wanders? He's level 41, which is a level below me. He would tear me apart right now and resist everything I throw at him. Even with why do I always forget the name of it? Even with malazement. So if I could even get malazement to stick. So, anyways, yeah, there's an inn here. There's some vendors around, and so let's go to the main point of this whole zone. And keep in mind there are griffins that wander back. At least, I think it's just one griffin that wanders back and forth. It's, what is it, level 35? Level 36? I've killed it several times. I have it on video, actually. Griffins and Guards video that I put out several months back. Okay, so here's the East Freeport tunnel, sorry, East Commonland tunnel. And this is where, as you can see, this is all auctioning going on. How many people are in the zone? 92. When I came through here just 5 minutes ago, there's 106. So at peak time, I've seen over 200, sometimes 300. That would be rare. That's when there's a lot of people in the server. I think when I logged in about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, there was not. It was just shy of 800 people. So there aren't too many people logged in right now. It's oh, it's just lunchtime. It's Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so yeah, this is the tunnel. You want to trade something, you want to buy something, you want to sell something. Yeah, get good money. This is where you go. You can make, some people actually just do this all day. It's just trade, buy and sell, and they make a profit. And they come out with thousands of plat out of it. I don't have the patience or the time. Even if I had the time, I wouldn't have the patience to do that. I got to be doing something like, I've got to be fighting something. I've got to be advancing my character. I can do it for, I think there actually was a couple days where I spent about 6-8 hours, but I wasn't really focusing. I would come back and press R to see if somebody sent me a tell, and I'd come back I think I had even on a timer once or twice, every 3 minutes or something, and then I would come back and just repeat the same line, advertising, and come back. So I wasn't really here. I was watching or listening to something on YouTube. I get bored easily. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think back in the past I was a little bit more patient, but it's kind of strange me getting more impatient as I get older. 39 now, so first played this game when I was 23. Yeah, so it's 16 years, almost 16 years in my life. So that's where all the people kind of hang out. And keep in mind that when you make it, count the torches, I think it starts at the very end. People say T1, T2, T3. That's the torch number for where they are. So if they have an item that you want to buy off them, here's the first torch on the left right here. So T1 is where all these people are hanging out. So if they're auctioning something, you want to buy it, and they'll say, I'll buy that for whatever. And they say, okay, come to T1. So that's T1, and then this is T2. I don't think too many people hang out at T3. It's going a little bit further back, but this guy is. Dwarf Heads, Inglorious Bastards. Alright, so for me, unless I want to go down to the Oasis, Oasis Amar, there's no other vendors for me to contact, or to use. The Shady Swashbuckler is a vendor. Keep in mind, though, that he is a cheap bastard and will cheat you out of a lot of money. For instance, I just sold him a bunch of fine steel weapons I got off the Freeport Guards, and he only gave me about half, maybe half, for each. So you're not going to make tons of money off that guy. As to these other people, I think that's a player, isn't it? Boobar? I don't know. There are a couple more NPCs around here. I don't know what they do, though. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong. Who's Boobar? It's got to be a player. Yep. Oh, no, he isn't. Ooh, 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 ooh. What is he calling? Dubious. Unlucky. He could have been threatening. I thought that was a frickin' player. Yeah, players' names are a little bit darker. But he, I don't think anybody really buys stuff off of him. It's more like everyone comes here to sell stuff. But there are some things you can buy from other players. I think maybe he does sell the well-balanced items, which are absolutely garbage. And they're super expensive. What's the logic in that? Selling garbage weapons or garbage items, which are not much... You can't argue that they're very good at all. For, let me see. I don't want to buy it. For such a high price. Like, why? Damage 14, delay 42. I don't think for that price that was ever any good. 850 plat? Ever. So I don't know. The logic escapes me, but it's like that for a lot of things in this game. Just take it as it goes, I guess. Alright, so yeah, you continue on this route. This goes back outside the tunnel, back into East Commonlands. Continue on this way, and you will go to the northern desert of Roe. It's not always easy for me to find my way back there, probably because I don't go there too often. From the desert of Roe, northern desert of Roe, into this zone. There's a little, you have to look between two hills in the mountainside on the northwest of the zone. I keep missing it for some reason, and I remember I had it down perfectly. I would never. I just got to watch the landmarks. Back in the day, I had it down. Got to watch the landmarks and make sure. But when you only go through there once every few months, this guy has a shovel. So that's why I kept on forgetting. All right, so there are some scarabs. This is not a bad place to go zone in. Got to level in so long as you watch out for the Griffin. If you're an evil race, like me, not really that good in this area because there's only one vendor you can go to. You're kind of limited. You could always like go down to the Oasis Mars where the gypsies are, and they're always neutral to everyone, and they don't really cheat you. They're okay, and you can buy food and probably bandages from those. I'm not sure if you can get bandages from them, but I know in North Carolina you can. I think the gypsies are awesome. I love those guys. I wish that there was a few more of them around. Like, there's none. If there was some in Phaedra, that would be absolutely great. But yeah, especially in North Carolina, where I was camping guards with Terex. I just love the idea that they're only 30 seconds away from where I was camping them. I can sell and buy and all that stuff. All right, no idea what this hut is, but this is the main path through the zone. And I just lost my... wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's already on. Spirit sight. I have to throw on invisibility. Just have to watch out for that captain. Is it Sergeant? Is it Sergeant Slate? Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've been here and saw that guy. But he wanders back and forth along the path. He's pretty tough to for his level. I think somebody says he's an undercon or something. probably need to be level 50 before you can tackle him. Here's the other guard that's on the western side of the zone. And there's another inn here. If you're a good or neutral race, you can just... No problem, as long as you don't have bad faction. Another inn. There'll be a couple vendors around here. Nothing that's ever really interested in me. Now, there's no druid circle here, but I think there's like a broken circle. Is it up here? Yeah, I think this is it. There's a few druids here. 2 druids, and they're green now. I am very hesitant to fight druids after my experience in Nectalos, how they use those. And I should say in, is it South Carolina? Yeah. They use these spells that blow you right back. It's really irritating. Can't cast when that's happening, and it does damage, and they come up and they beat the hell out of you. So they're green now, but I wanted to try them. I just didn't have the courage to do it. Didn't want to die out here. Oh, starting to appear. These guys will attack. Not that I couldn't run away or anything. Hopefully, I mean, they could root me. That would be a lot of fun. There's a couple orc camps. There's a lot of bears. There's pumas. There's snakes. There's spiders. There's lions. They're all great around between levels like 7 and 12, I think. Maybe 13 as well. And there's wisps in the zone too. This is an orc camp, and this guy is camping him. So yes, there are orcs here. They've all been destroyed. Subox. Which orc camp is this? I think this is the westernmost one. It's called Orc Camp 2. And so there's another inn over here. There's several of them. There's alcohol and magician books. Weird. So it's called Inn 4, according to the wiki. And I haven't seen the Griffin, but the Griffin goes around me. I might even kill it if I run into it. But they're just threatening. They're not, as far as I know, I haven't seen them be anything but threatening, which means that their aggro radius is smaller. There's another inn. Jeez. Too many inns here. Oh, I thought that dead spider was twitching. It's 2 spiders. This is, excuse me, there's wolves here. You can get pelts. I think pelts come, the better bear pelts come from the Kodiaks in Western Commonlands. So here's Orc Camp 1. It also has a level 20 spawn randomly, Lord Shinri. He's a little bit dangerous to young guys like level 7 to 12 camping here. I don't see him. He spawns in one of the huts, I believe. Yeah. There's only 2 orcs up. I think somebody's been killing them lately. Yeah, there's a couple corpses. So usually there's, what, 3 or 4 or 5 of them? I guess this guy died. He's died a few times. Anyhow, let's carry on. No Griffin in sight yet. Yeah, I love coming... Oh! What is it called? It's blue. Sounds good to me. Let's kill the bugger. Poison Storm. What's going on? Wrong ones. I was on the wrong page. I'm going to throw on Togars on it, and I'm going to Scourge. Oops, wrong spot. Scourge right here, and Winter's Roar right here. And throw on Chloroplast. Moved over this way. I have no pet to get in there. I haven't really been using my pet lately. I guess it's situational. Like in Freeport where I have to zone, or if it can aggro guards, that's not really handy. Okay, so let's hit this with Instill. There we go. Togors. Instill's worn off. Togars hit though, so it's not going to be doing tons of melee damage to me. Venom of the Snake. Yeah, Togars is really handy unless, I mean, if they're resisting a lot, throw on a Malazement as well. And Scourge, and still, oops, I just hit Cannibalize, which is great, by the way. But it has a slow spell on it, so it's not going to be doing tons of melee damage to me. Come on, Scourge. I think they're around level 35, 36, so I'm 42. This is alright. I'm at half mana. This thing's at 75%. Now, I may have made a mistake by not having my pet with me, because usually every time I fought them, I was using my pet before, and it takes it down. It soaks up damage, takes it down several percent, maybe 10, 15, 20 from the, if you give your pet buffs, and it's, well, I guess all the pets would be green for me. But back when I was fighting them, I was able to get blue pets, or light blue pets. Also, they took out light blue, so that doesn't help. So, Venom Snake is worn off. It's at 62%. This Shadow Wolf might attack me. And maybe I should cannibalize a couple. Are these guys afraid? There's 2 Dark Elves right here. I wouldn't hang around here. If I instill it, and it comes up to me, and you're standing next to me, it's going to hit you. Maybe even kill you. Okay, they're getting in my way. 34%. My dots are working away on it. I think Togar is still applied, on it, so Venom of the Snake is now off. Let's see, 24%. Yeah, let's hit it with another Venom of the Snake. It's on me now. So that's hardly any damage, actually. Like, really, like practically none. Was that 18 and 22? Not a big deal. It's nice to kill these guys. Also nice to kill mountain or hill giants and all that. Sand giant I haven't had a chance to kill. I don't think so. Did I kill one? A circus? I don't think so. No. Every time I think I went looking once and they were all dead, except for whatchamacallit, the big level 60 guy. Oh, I mean there's absolutely no loot on it at all. Oh, that's great. I got a percent of XP off it though. Let's take my combat spells off. What's my cell? Like 2 minutes. I need another one of those then. Spirit of the Wolf. Visibility. And Spirit Sight. I wouldn't bother. Don't bother healing me. I would stop and help you guys, but let's see. Malin. I think they got this. It's all Dark Elves. See, it's the fun of this place. I can do a lot to help these guys. I may come back here after the video. This video is probably with me running around. In fact, I could do that as part of reading what's on the wiki. I'll come back. First off, let's sell myself. Then invisible. Haven't maxed out my what is it? What skill is it required for invisibility? Divination. I think I'm about 130 something. Okay, so we're coming up on the Nectalos Woods entrance on the left side. So that was a Griffin without any loot. Usually it drops something. I thought it drops coin as well. I don't know. Can you actually go up and loot everything off it if you pickpocket it? I'm not sure. I've come across that before in a few mobs. There was absolutely nothing on it. Now here's the Nectalos Woods entrance. It winds a bit back into there. The Dark Elves. That's the home of the Dark Elves in there. And we'll eventually be going there with my guides. And you can change up your windows. You don't have to have this all in your one main chat, which is what I do. I'm just used to it. Some people have new windows that pop up when someone sends them a tell, which is handy so you don't miss it. And actually, if you're going to be auctioning a lot, that would be a smart thing to do. So actually, I think that's pretty much it. Down at the other end where I was, where Orc Camp 2 was, and the other guard in the far end, that was the zone to West Commonlands, which is where Druid Circle is, and Befallen is also out there. And that leads to a scary forest. Scary at night. Scary for anybody under 30. I ran my Dark Elf through there. Had him, he was a cleric, and I had invisibility undead, but apparently there's some nasty things that spawned that were not undead on the path at night, and I got myself killed. So a little while back. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole zone, and yeah, I guess I'll go over the story now and then the map. The East Commonlands is a large open area that is adjacent to West Freeport and contains both an area for newbies to train in as well as for adventurers that are more experienced. It is something of a melting pot like Northern Desert of Roe because many races mix in the area. The East Commonlands Tunnel is the hub of all player trading and commerce. Dangers. The main danger in this zone is the griffins that fly around and terrorize everyone. They are the highest level creature in the zone. Beneath them are probably the rare mummy, and most of the others are less than 10th level, and fly from one end to the other, the griffins do, attacking all characters they encounter. Their danger is enhanced by the fact that they frequently can be seen floating in midair, when in fact they are much further away or closer because they haven't popped yet. It is good to know the numbering system for the inns, numbers 1 through 4, starting at 1 closest to Freeport, as people will usually shout the location of the griffin as it makes its sweeps through the area. Some of the other creatures are aggressive, most notably the undead and the orcs, but are readily avoidable if one is paying attention to where things are. Hunting the orcs in their camps is also dangerous, as oracles will frequently spawn in them. There are also typically large groups of players camping them. Benefits. East Commonlands is very popular on both P99 as a low-level hunting zone as well as a meeting trading spot for higher-level characters. The orc camps are almost always taken by groups of level 5 to 10 players, making this a fantastic zone to find groups early on. Also, the close proximity of so many higher-level characters can often result in free buffs if you ask politely. There is also some fair hunting for solo and small groups by wandering throughout the zone and picking on giant scarabs, spiders, and young Kodiaks, although you have to be around 10th level to do this. As far as being a waypoint, this area is good because it provides a sort of way station for most groups so that they don't have to travel far to sell goods or buy food. The area supplies characters with arrows, tiny daggers, food, and several types of armor without leaving the area. It is also a convenient place to purchase trade items such as gems and cooking and pottery supplies. For Dark Elves, this area is a boon, as most of the guards leave Dark Elves alone. This is also where the underground market is, notably for the shady swashbuckler who hangs out in the middle. Many of the player-run bazaars and gatherings are held here since it is free of monsters and safe for all races. It lies in the tunnel to North Row. Traveling to and from. East Commonlands is readily accessible and provides a major hub for travel throughout Antonica. To the east lies West Freeport. To the west lie the West Commonlands, a very similar area to this one. North lies a gap on the hills through to Nectalos Forest, the dark forest of the Dark Elves. To the south lies the tunnel that leads to the Northern Desert of Roe, where the underground market is. Okay, now let's take a look at the map. So as you can see, there's not too much going on in this zone. Of course, everyone likes to come here because of the trading in the tunnel. Number 1 is Orc Camp. Or Camp 2 is number 1. 2 is Inn with alcohol, cloth armor, magician books, spell components, tiny daggers, and gems. That's in 4. 3 is hut with shields, food, herbs, and compass. 4, inn with arrows and knocks, alcohol, and cloth armor. That's in 3. 5 is obelisk with rangers. Now, I made a mistake there. I thought they were druids. I think somebody else had come up to me that was in my guild many months ago, and I said that they're druids, when in fact they're rangers, which makes a huge difference. I definitely would have tried to take them on then, had I known that. Anyways, let's get back. 6, Orc Camp. That's Orc Camp 1 with Lord Shinri, who spawns. It doesn't all spawn all the time, but it spawns rarely. 7, Juna's Inn with food, alcohol, and cloth armor. That's in 2. 8 is Haunted Ruins. 9, Empty Hut. 10, Plagued Huts. 11, Harold's Inn with food, alcohol, cloth armor, and pottery supplies. In 1, also baking supplies. 12, Shop with miscellaneous weapons and throwing weapons. 13, Shop with spell components. 14, Shop with cleric trainer. Now I went over. Okay, 8 actually has a ghoul and a few mummies, and sometimes skeletons. It's okay place to hunt. Probably 8 to 12 as well. And I didn't actually go through that in the video. Just well, you know about it here. A lot of people pass through there from West Commonlands. They hug the southern part of the zone. Some of them train all the undead into the tunnel. Alright, now that's it for the map. Now let's get to, I guess the video is pretty much over then. Alright, I've been here for a little while, helping out this group. I've buffed up the, everyone needs buffs, gave everyone Sal. And I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.